Hi everyone. From the out and maybe also inside, you may look and feel battered, but there is something so invaluable re-emerging slash crystallizing in us. Um, we are in a time frame that is difficult, especially the coming months. Up until the end of February is going to be an ongoing alchemical process. So it's so potent to make peace with this ongoing alchemizing that we are doing at the moment. A lot of us are exhausted, um, feeling like a truck has run over us. And it's not strange because not only our psyche but our physiological self is literally changing. Our DNA is changing, our cells are changing. We are transmuting thousands of years of how do you say that? I think this already says it. Dark, murky, low vibe consciousness as well in our thinking, as well as how our cells are are working, how they are working together as a balanced whole. And we haven't been working, our whole system hasn't been working as a balanced whole for so long. And this takes a lot of energy to get all the centers right and back into connection with each other, that the mind, our feelings and our body are cooperating together instead of attacking each other or fleeing away from each other. We have become our worst enemy. Now we have been re-emerging out of the big divine ocean of Pisces a few months ago. So we feel as this little shivering organic creature that barely has a conscience yet. It's just emerged freshly out of thousands of years of heat, pressure, freeze. Had to put up with organic and non-organic crap of that whole divine soup of Pisces. And what a wonder, there something came out of it, life came out of it. And in October, universe is looking at that tiny little shivering creature again, and it's saying, nah, I'm gonna toss you back into the ocean. Yeah, it's best to laugh about it, you know. You can also cry about it, but it has a, if you have a sense of humor, I have a very vivid imagination, so I can see it in front of me. Put so many effort in crawling out of something new, out of that soup of dissolution. And within a few months, we're going to thrown back again for at least half a year to dissolve, to get more closer to essence, to become humble, to become very humble, and to see, because at the moment Chiron, Saturn and Neptune are in retrograde in Aries, and it's really talking to our deep old traumas. Aries holds one of the oldest, deepest traumas of all of the houses. And it's asking of us to stop identifying with this, especially now we are entering Lionsgate. As you've already been noticing, the energies are the pressure is amping up higher, higher, and higher. And this is a portal that is really asking of us to drop the melancholy, you know, to drop the victimhood, to drop survival. And by the time we get to the lunar eclipse in September, it's over. It's the end. So immerse yourself into this shadow work, into this deep rest we're in at the moment. There is so much inner um, processing going on, reevaluating, looking back at our lives, seeing what we want to take, what we don't want to take with us. It's. I have been having these dreams already for I think a few months, that I'm going on this trip, and I'm constantly sorting out like, oh, this is too heavy, you know, okay, I'm gonna, you know, I'm constantly, and then I wake up like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted, because I feel also in my dream what needs to happen. We need to become light. We need to tread the world light again, and we constantly, in the moment, we are in this constant re-evaluation of what to get rid of. Sometimes not only in our inner world, but I also started really minimalizing all the stuff I have in my home. What do I really need? What is really necessary, and what is just not. I don't need to take with me anymore. So it's this big cleansing going on. So yeah, before we gain our health back again, first the decay comes, and I think it's so important to honor the decay. Our society has taught us not to pay any attention to death and decay. It's ugly. It's we shouldn't take a look at it. But without going deeply into death, into decay, we cannot renew ourselves. We cannot. Nothing new can come out of it, because in nature also, when something dies, the earth takes that nutrition back in, so something new can re-emerge again. And the same is with our inner alchemical processes. We completely need to how do you say that, to upend the whole cycle of decay, and not step out of it halfway because it becomes too uncomfortable, or we say, oh yeah, I'm gonna let this go, but in the end we still keep hanging on to it in a psychological and an emotional way. I think I've been talking about this quite some time for the past months. And this is vital. It's vital to look at where we are not completely upending the things that we cannot drag with us anymore, because this is also a reason why things become so heavy. If we don't honor the decay, if we don't honor this death process, we start dragging all the skeletons behind us, and it becomes so heavy, and we become so exhausted. So you know, rituals like burning, writing down the things that you don't want to take with you, can really help to get really clear and honest about what it is that cannot come with you. It's um, it's an art, the art of dying, and not a lot of people know or have um, experienced it firsthand. And in my experience, I have experienced it multiple times in my life. And when it first started in my life, I was still pretty young. my early teens, I was so much terrified by it, and I didn't understand what was happening to me. And within the years of, because I have a lot of Scorpio energy inside of me. So alchemical processes are something that are just an ongoing thing in my life. And now I started to really, I'm so thankful and grateful for these processes that most people just don't want to look at. I also didn't understand why a lot of people also didn't want to, now I wouldn't say look at me, but want to interact with me because of the intenseness of my life. And I'm going deep, you know. There's rawness. I'm all about, this is what has been part of my life for so long now, just going into the depths. And at the moment Lilith is in Scorpio, and Lilith really feels at home in Scorpio. Lilith is all about going into the deep raw shit of life, and Scorpio is in with it. So those two together are really inviting us to embrace this unconventional, raw, wild, um, and animalistic Aries, but also Lilith, very animalistic nature. We are really being reintroduced to our primal way of being, and that's what we really need right now to get to get to the core of what it's about, to get to the core of what our ascension is about, what your ascension is about. And we cannot do it when we're still performing. We cannot do it when we're still spreading ourselves thin. We cannot do it when we still are pleasing. We cannot do it when we're still into addiction or whatever kind of distraction. So yeah, we are at the point that almost all of us are really feeling battered, but I know you're also feeling that something very strong is re-emerging at the same time, and that is life. That is life. um, a few days ago, there was someone on my channel who said, "I'm high on life," and that's exactly what we're going to, becoming high on life, not high on anything else anymore, just high on life. There is so much richness and fullness and nourishment in life. I leave you guys with this, and much love.